Lesson 21, How to Stay Peaceful in a World That Never Stops Moving. We live in the fastest era in human history. Everything moves at extreme speed. Information, expectations, opinions, emotions, trends, demands. People run not because they know where they're going, but because everyone else is running. The modern world is built on acceleration, faster communication, faster decisions, faster reactions, faster consumption, faster outrage, but the soul does not move at this speed. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If you are disturbed, it is not events that trouble you, but your judgment about them." The Christian desert monks taught, "The rushing mind cannot see God," and Scripture says, "Be still and know." Stillness is not natural in a world addicted to motion, but stillness is necessary if you want to stay human. Today, we live inside a constant storm of information. News, notifications, messages, opinions, videos, updates, alerts. A never-ending stream of noise that demands your attention, your reaction, your emotion. The media world is not designed for your peace. It is designed for your engagement. And engagement is driven by stimulation, fear, outrage, urgency, comparison, desire. Every scroll is a microshock to the nervous system. Every headline is a demand for emotional energy. Every notification is a pull away from your center. No wonder people feel anxious. No wonder people feel overwhelmed. No wonder people feel like they're always behind. The Christian desert monks lived in a world without phones, but they understood the same inner chaos. They said, "The mind is like a mill. It will grind whatever you put into it. If you feed it noise, it produces anxiety. If you feed it silence, it produces clarity." The modern world feeds us noise. So we must choose silence intentionally. But how do you live peacefully in a world that never stops moving? It begins with awareness. Awareness that the world's pace is not your pace. Awareness that the world's urgency is not your urgency. Awareness that the world's noise is not your identity. You are not meant to live in constant reaction. You are not meant to carry every headline. You are not meant to absorb every opinion. You are not meant to run at a speed that destroys your soul. The monks said, "Slow your mind, and your heart will follow." Scripture says, "In returning and rest you shall be saved." The next movement is intentional slowing. Not slowing your life, slowing your inner world. You can slow your breath. You can slow your reactions. You can slow your consumption of information. You can slow your expectations of yourself. Slowing is not weakness. Slowing is wisdom. When you slow down, you begin to see clearly again. You begin to feel again. You begin to hear again, especially the voice of God. Another movement is boundaries. Not external boundaries, but internal ones. Boundaries that say, "I don't need to know everything. I don't need to react to everything. I don't need to carry everything. I don't need to run at the world's speed." The monks said, "Guard the door of your mind." Scripture says, "Above all else, guard your heart." Guarding your heart means choosing what enters it. You can practice this in simple ways. Limit your news intake. Take breaks from social media. Turn off unnecessary notifications. Create pockets of silence in your day. Walk without your phone. Eat without a screen. Breathe before you respond. These small acts protect your peace. And then, prayer. Prayer is the antidote to a world that never stops moving. What is prayer in the modern world? Prayer is not escape. Prayer is not withdrawal. Prayer is not a religious performance. Prayer is the soul returning to its true speed. Prayer is the heart remembering its source. Prayer is the mind stepping out of the storm and into God's presence. Prayer helps in three profound ways. 1. Prayer slows the inner world. When you whisper, "Lord, have mercy," your breath deepens, your mind softens, your nervous system resets. 2. Prayer restores perspective. You stop seeing life through the lens of urgency. You start seeing it through the lens of eternity. 3. Prayer reconnects you to peace. You remember you are held. You remember you are guided. You remember you are not alone. The Christian desert monks prayed short prayers throughout the day, not because they had nothing to do, but because they lived in a world full of inner storms, just like ours. You can do the same. When the world feels too fast, whisper, "Lord, slow my heart." When the information feels overwhelming, whisper, "Lord, be my clarity." When anxiety rises, whisper, "Lord, be my peace." Prayer is not about controlling the world. Prayer is about not letting the world control you. And each day you can return to 3 simple movements. Slow your inner pace. The soul cannot live at the speed of the world. Guard your attention. Attention is the doorway to peace. Return to prayer. Prayer anchors you in God. The world will keep running. The world will keep shouting. The world will keep accelerating. But you don't have to. You can live at the speed of your soul. You can live at the speed of peace. You can live at the speed of God. And when you do, you become someone the world cannot overwhelm. Thank you for spending this quiet moment with me. If this lesson brought you peace, consider sharing it with someone who may need it. Until next time, stay gentle with your soul.